I don't think the question of capital punishment in this country can be answered by asking, do people deserve to die for the crimes they've committed? I think the threshold question is, do we deserve to kill? For every 10 people we've executed in this country, we've now identified an innocent person who's been released. It's a shocking rate of error. We would not accept that kind of error in many areas of life. If for every 10 apples, one would cause you to die if you bit into it, if that were the case, we'd stop eating apples. We would not allow supermarkets and grocers to sell things that were this lethal, and yet our justice system continues to tolerate these horrific error rates. I represented a man named Anthony Ray Hinton who spent nearly 30 years on death row for a crime he did not commit. He was wrongly accused, unfairly accused, taken to trial, and because he was poor and couldn't get the expert assistance he needed to prove his innocence, he was convicted and sentenced to death. We don't provide lawyers to people on death row in many states. There is no right to counsel for death row prisoners. So we have hundreds of people unable to get the legal assistance they need. And so Mr. Hinton spent 15 years languishing on death row without the help he needed. We got involved in his case in 1999, and we were able to show very quickly that he was innocent. The gun that they claimed had been used in 2 murders and matched to bullets recovered from those murders, the best experts in the country said did not match. And when we presented that evidence to courts, instead of recognizing his innocence, they looked the other way. They decided to proclaim that the evidence wasn't going to be reviewed. We used proceduralism to shield review of that case. And for the next 15 years, we had to fight before the United States Supreme Court finally overturned his case, ordered a new trial, and at the new trial, the state was required to do the testing that proved his innocence, that resulted in his release. The death penalty should be abolished. We believe that we can do better than condemn people to die in systems that are as unfair and unreliable as ours. And our work representing death row prisoners, challenging excessive punishment more broadly, continues. And we really won't stop until we see reform. We're one of the few democratic nations, few nations in the world that continues to have the death penalty and use it. And given the evidence of unfairness and unreliability, I don't think there's any question that it should be abolished.